This video is fictional and for entertainment purposes only. Completely imaginary and has nothing to do with reality. Please watch at your own risk. Thank you.
A leader full of muscles, and also new or old ones. Eyes that can instantly make his enemies run when he starts glaring at them. Even with him do nothing. When it comes to anything. Especially when it's about his work and his girl. As well as the clingy type, so he can never handle if she suddenly acts differently. Or even rude to him. He can't. Her eyes are the most beautiful dark gray, black short hair. And that always shines. She is a type of girl who like to lighten up the mood everywhere. And as well as playful. Sometimes too careless, and the one and only who can make the famous man fall in love. She was just chilling here in the living room while eating bread as she woke up first, when a maid come to her and bow before speaking. "I'm sorry, miss, but can I ask for half day?" She looked at her while wiping her mouth with the back of her hand. "Of course, but why so sudden, Mrs. Marissa?" The maid looked down, she sure feeling bothered and nervous. My daughter's school is holding an event today, this morning when she called. I told her that I won't be able to watch her first performance because it's so sudden. But she cried, wanting me to come. She's listening to her carefully, feeling bad. "Of course, Mrs. Marissa, you can go. Just tell me the time you will be leaving." But even after she said that, Mrs. Marissa still seems worried and bothered about something. "But, miss, what if sir become angry that I leave so suddenly? There's no one that can replace me today." She sighed, understanding why Mrs. Marissa acted like that. Who won't get nervous when their boss is a... Don't worry about him. I'll be the one who will talk to him. You just finish your work for now and take a driver with you when you go. Mrs. Marissa instantly smiled and sighed in relief after she said that, but then she is shaking her head. "No, miss, no need for a driver. Thank you so much for giving me permission and help talking to sir." She nodded while smiling a little. "It's fine, Mrs. Marissa. Later tell your daughter that I say hi." She went inside the bedroom because the man still hasn't woken up yet. She sighed and shaking her head with a little smile after seeing him still in deep sleep, lying on his. She sat on the bed and caressing his long hair, trying to wake him up. "Wake up, sleepy head. It's already 11. The man slowly moved in his sleep while she tried shaking him slowly, until he finally opened his eyes a little and looked at her. she again shaking her head. Josh called me because he couldn't call you. They said they need to talk about something important with you. The man furrows his eyebrows, still feeling sleepy. But then he suddenly and turned around in the process, making her gasp and landing on. Yeah, what are you doing? Instead of answering her, he hugged her while closing his eyes again, making her sigh. Babe. Wake up. He shook his head while she tried to get up from his hold, but he's too strong. Josh said it's about Daniel or whatever, and it's important. And right after hearing the name, the man instantly opened his eyes fully. Daniel, she nodded. Yes, now let me go. He looked at her who's still, and he suddenly smirked. Then she gasped again when he suddenly rolled, and now making her hands supporting him so he won't. Her eyes widened in surprise by the sudden action. But before she could say something again, suddenly She closed her eyes after. He then groaned in annoyance and looked at her. She blinking her eyes. Making him angry isn't a good idea. She then decided to say something to change the topic. Mrs. Marissa, she left a few minutes ago to go to her daughter's school. When she thought that topic will make him leave her, she's wrong. He seems even more. What? Who let her go? No one allowed to come and leave just like that without my permission. She gulped again. She was already asked permission from me, and I let her go. Then who gonna work and cook today? She should have asked at least the day before, so someone else could replace her. He cut her off while his voice got a bit louder now. Now she feel a bit annoyed that he suddenly shouted at her. I can do that. And who told you that I will let you? He again cut her off, making her a bit, and also angry with the way he spoke. He then groaned and ruffles his hair before getting up and stood on his feet. Whatever, she pouted while he walks inside the bathroom and slamming the door, making her. She then now getting angry with him. Then she decided to go out of the bedroom, not wanting to see him again when he walks out. The man walked out. But then he furrows his eyebrows when he saw the room is empty. He sighed, realizing that he went too far with his girlfriend before. He then walking to his closet. He went down after getting ready. He looked around, trying to find his girl. He sighed when he saw her sitting on the couch while watching TV. He walks towards her, who probably already realizing his presence because of his loud footsteps. He then sat beside her, who still even after that didn't move to look at him. Baby, He stopped because when he tried to hold her hand, she suddenly pushed that away, making him furrow his eyebrows. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. He again stopped when he tried to hug her this time, but she again pushed him and now even stood up from the couch, followed by him instantly. He started getting annoyed now because he don't like it when she push him away like this. Baby, come on. Please. Now she suddenly started walking away before he could finish his words. He shouted calling her name, getting annoyed that she keep on acting like this. She stopped without turning around, but when he was about to come to her, suddenly his phone ringing. He was about to cut the call, but after seeing the caller ID, he sighed annoyingly and again looked up at his girl. But instead he saw her again started walking away, going up the stairs. He clenched his jaw and shouted, "Do whatever you want, but you're not allowed to come near the kitchen at all." He shouted, but the girl just stopped for a few seconds before again continue walking upstairs. The man ruffled his hair after she disappeared and took his phone as the person again called him. "I'm on my way." The man came back inside the house tiredly and sat on the couch after finishing an important mission today. But after some seconds he sighed annoyingly when no one come and give him water. He just remembered that the maid is on leave. After some minutes, he dragged himself upstairs, wanting to rest as soon as possible as it already quite late. He come inside the room and instantly feels something's weird. He look around, finding his room empty. His eyes then widened a little when he realized that his girlfriend wasn't here. He immediately took his phone out and called her. "Where's this girl?" He remembers the event before he left, making him sigh while closing his eyes. But then when he thought she won't answer his call, he heard her voice as he opened his eyes. "What?" He immediately speak. "Where are you?" There's a few seconds silence. "Answer me." "Guest room." The man furrows his eyebrows. "What are you doing there?" He got annoyed again that she suddenly went to the guest room. "Isn't it obvious? I want to sleep here tonight." He rolled his eyes and poked his inside cheek. "I'm coming," he said and cut the call right away, not waiting for her to speak more, and immediately went out of the room. The man hardly opened the door and went inside, seeing her sitting on the bed without looking at him even after he burst inside the room. He stood in front of her and sighed before holding her wrist, about to pull her up, but she was fast to pull her hand back and then looked up at him. "What do you want?" He closed his eyes, trying to calm himself. "Don't test my patience," he said calmly, but the girl knew he actually. She was about to stop what she was doing, but don't know why she wanted to go a bit more. "I will sleep here," she said, and then just back facing him. The man clenched his jaw and took a deep breath. And then, not even 5 seconds after that, the girl got surprised when he carrying her in his arms without saying anything. "Yeah, leave me." She tried to get away, but he didn't budge. Instead, he started walking out of the room with her, who kept trying to get out of his strong arms. The man closed the door with his leg and walks inside. He then placed her down and she looked up at him in annoyance. "I said I want to stay there." She stopped and her eyes widened when he suddenly. He then was about to. He suddenly get up, leaving her, making her surprised and also confused. He suddenly walks somewhere in the room. She then slowly sit up. She wanted to go, but don't know why she just stay. Instead, she sat there while looking at him. Then the man opened one of his high drawer, taking something before closing it and then again walking back towards her. But then her eyes widen. "What are you gonna do with that?" she stuttered, her mind getting the idea about what he. But still she don't want to believe it. But then she just saw him smirking now while eyes never leaving hers. And then she blinked her eyes as decided to get up, but the man was fast enough to. And before she could even. She stuttered again and then. Then he smirked more while looking at her. He then stood up, while her eyes keep. She then decided to tell the truth when he was almost. It was just a prank. I didn't mean to, I swear." Hearing her, the man raised his left eyebrow. But he slowly again smirking and. Then she heard his voice. "Good then, you just gave me an excuse." She looked at him again, but she. He smirked more after watching her now, after kept making him annoyed before. Now time for. He then whispers to her ear. He said and. She groaned when someone kept disturbing her. Then she heard voice near her ear in this early morning. Wake up, baby. Time for breakfast, she again wiggling. After some seconds, she opened her eyes. I'm tired. Let me sleep. The man chuckles at her cuteness. When she again closing her eyes, she realized the man taking her wrists and then slowly caressing them. I'm so sorry for these, baby. Did they still kinda red. She's shaking her head without opening her eyes. Just let me sleep more. The man smiled and then. Alright, you can sleep more. I will tell the maid to just keep your breakfast and we'll tell her to make your favorite for lunch. Hearing him, she opened her eyes slowly. Mrs. Marissa already back, but I told her to come tomorrow though. He smirked a little, hearing her raspy but cute morning voice. That's good that she's back now, isn't? Who's gonna cook when I can't leave you at all in this condition? Her eyes widen a little. You're not going for work? He shook his head with a smile. No, I need to be beside my baby at least for 24 hours today. She instantly blushing and he again whispering. I see you seems like not that tired now. She furrows her eyebrows, but not too long. Her eyes widen after hearing what he said next. What about